Piglets. Smells like it needs to be grabbed until I get out there. I, of course, remember when the Florida series, or well, the Florida trip, we would nibble 3 meals a day. Like in the beginning of the day when we wake, of course, near the 11, actually, it was at the 11. Then we nibbled cereal, and then throughout the day, of course, we went to a restaurant and nibbled again. And then at the late of the night time, again, we nibble something like cereal again. Assuming now we're finally back into the swing of things where we only start entering bed what time it's at 3, and we keep it that way, and not overextend until we be awake from any more than that. Yeah, a scammer is back, and we got scammed with a bush. Let's wait to see if that'll do. Since we're going to put some projects to us device that just duplicates everything. One that looks like it'll load forever, and the other is just 0 KB. Like this device just can't remove it. Or it can't remove one of them. Spooky cave bug looked like a face on the wall. Oh, he knew it. Then the alpaca shaking his alpacas around for fun, dragging them by their necks, choking them for fun. He and violent all that he's doing. He's choking his alpacas for food. He's pulling them by the necks and making them angry violently to his dungeon in a very open looking space. But yeah, it looks, for once, it's quite a very open one. With an eater, if that's what that is. Or maybe it's a paying goblin from the Wildcats show. It's a cave badger. You need to know if cave badgers exist, and it'll say, yep, they do. Badgers who live in caves have claws sharp enough to destroy rock bed in real life. He keeps finding diamonds. It's 7. Survival is the fun way to play that game. I think this time around it's time to finally use the phone's own AI this to search something. Of course, it doesn't say they live in caves and they only make good burrows in the ground. So that's definitely not realistic. It's just badgers in caves. So you need to know if that's what those are or not. And they'll say, yep. Look at what they are. Oh, and then with the thingy of visual intelligence, because know what it's like. It's basically Google, and unless it uses that. At least I thought it did when first testing that out. Ultimate's raft graphics are kind of some vibes. When you have options, then there's also that. It's not so bad after all. His cave journey became a succession story. Every year story is ... job. Yay. Nose candy. You need to let me sniffy all day. That's quite the treacherous looking cave down there. Perhaps that's where the chunky puffer jacket boss is. I used to wear. Scary bug. There he goes. He's so far down in those cave burns. There he goes, put him down quick, he says. Now disappeared. It's dispatch POLIC. Yay. I like those. But when they're modern, that is. The ones that we actually can see right now in real life. Because if their armor breaks, if they jump on those cave spikes. IDK, let's try it. Or start with the hats first. That's only the boots break. They don't break. It's just fall pain. Puffer jacket box. A free trophy. He didn't even have to try. He got a free trophy. Don't that kind of stink how they can cheat and earn achievements and trophies in games? Sure does. Color grading has changed now. Yeah, there's another that motley now. Cave bug. Delta yellow. Meanwhile, I can actually buy the trophies. I can be quite the OS fan if I want to. There's Puffer box now. And there's Ice King. The king of the ice. who's being stalked by Scary Furry. That furry. Who knows what Timber Thumb is? Well, it's Ice King's man, the companion, who's being the scary-looking tiger person. It'll sniff them really good. It'll feel kind of fuzzy when it sniffs their nose holes without the nose part. It'll sniff their bung hole. Like the terrifying furry that it is. Yeah, he found another one. A copper pony armor. With other pony armor parts. Whatever you think about Tanai, say that. Ease. Although the kid is in thoughts a free man was. Customer Crab said, run that by SpongeBob again. Although the kid is in thoughts the free man was. And free man goes into the apartment complex. Thought it was a Seahawk. Or diamond. They need to be minors now. Because it's funsies and they need to be minors. Not in ORS. Kids. Young ones. So far that their cave seems so open rather than being all small and boring. Speaking of small and boring, we got another diamond. Because anyone can easily spot diamonds out of the blue. Literally. Because if there was an add-on that added him a Ice King, you need to equip Ice King dress. That's not what you want to do. do it every day at this point. You know what you did with the Ona-ish one. You should do with the Ice King-ish ones. It'll get kind of spicy. That's all the favorites that I think of. Wild and over luckily glowy. I guess it's the normal default version of it for the next 2 days. Keeps feeling like every 2 days is some goal that needs to have been looked forward to, but that goal keeps moving by 2 days. It maybe will again. That was multiple diamonds rolling. Now we have 18 of them. Is 12 of them. And another one. And all of them, they stick out like a sore thumb. Yes. Great. You know, that quad cam being sounds very stealable as per the aquatic buddies. It's a scary bug. Okay, we actually got it. You guys know what they can do with that. Another one. Now there'd be 4 of them. That is if they could get back to the You can keep them hostage for life spans. He needs more wood. So free wood coming up. Genie add-on. Genie boyfriend add-on. If all female humans went extinct, it is perfectly allowed that someone can use that add-on for their boyfriend add-on. Yay. Added as boyfriend add-on. Gives them a boyfriend if they want one. If you are single, well, look no further than the added as boyfriend add-on. You can get a boyfriend. That cave sure does look like it just keeps on going. It keeps giving. Alex in yellow. Added yellow wood to Minecraft now. Before. Fantastic. Yay. That's quite celebratory event. Whenever something's achieved before we get to 6, it's worth celebrating with fireworks and all that. Demon, just sit in a minute cart. for some reason carried torches don't make light. If we dumbed down a bit and made them use diamond tools to break diamonds, but they use nothing more than their best tier tools without caring about using something they can morally redo all the time. And ice. A scary bat. And the invincibility from Blade. Got another bug. He got two demons from Mimic Hearts now. But so far they've never encountered the actual scary monster itself. Plus Roar got more diamonds. Maybe they won't find it in its silent mode for that competitor pack. Okay, water. It's finally got water. There's fishes on land. It's time to eat them and they dry up. So just one drops too long. Not really so much in them. For an add-on, this goofy noise. It's for spooky enthusiasts, but it'll give kids nightmares. So why have they even made that in a kids game? Meanwhile, they just straight up have Nerf guns in Build Battle, but they add terrifying screams in its raft. Kids will definitely have bad dreams. So you should just think about the idea that we are kiddos and very unsuspectingly playing that game. We think that add-on would look fun and easy to play around with. And then they hear that versus the cave sounds. Really, we'd hate that game. But we are now to think about what that would be like is for a kiddo being alone in their room while it's dark late at night. Really be very unsettling to play that game. 25 diamonds. It actually got done now. Well, it looks like it's duplicating the project. It will get done soon. That'll save time. And finally, part 11 is going inside of that mobile until next up, parts 12, then 13, and then 14. then I'll have to do it all with the Pro Tools videos. Try and memorize what part they go with. Very foolishly, there is no Minecraft sound this entire time up until all the way now. You know, I want to listen to this. Hi there. Hi there. I just had to check up on that. Jeff Furry says hey at you. I thought of Iran's. I don't know if the functionality of the game getting muted still work. It turns out it does. So Chris all the way up until now, there wouldn't have been sounds if Chris Hall's video had to select that speaker as the output. So now it'll hear the good sound. All this time up until now, there's just a stream of silence. So maybe just stop it. You. That's always disgusting. So, well, while it did capture everything we said, it didn't hear the game sounds. It's really gross. It's kind of too bad if I can find it there. This is how it's the THX pixel audio is basically another sound device instead of it being kind of internally built into the competitor's actual ways. And, well, now it's wrapped up supporting 7.1-ish speaker setups will not really have any sound. You can add notes to a project. At least now there's a new stream where it will hear the game sound. It shouldn't just keep one going if that one will now be the stream where it didn't hear the game sound and only when we chatted. And of course there's that sound, the isolation on this that the competitor does. Where it makes only us be heard. It'd be so good to know if there's a setting for that anywhere. Guess I'd at least look, because it'd be good to at least disable that. Well, maybe I really want to, because it's great at chatting. It'll only hear what we say, and then the game will get quiet when we speak. Maybe there is no setting for that. Also, it'd be kind of annoying to hear also the noise. And all we really care about is hearing the game's sounds. There's squishy noises. These slimy side. There's slugs, there'll be hugs, a bullhat. If there's ones that are really giant, then they'll be very huggable and puffy and squishy and slimy and sticky. They'll make good pillows. Another sluggy. Just at the bottom of them, touch you, tum. You want to hug them. Giant slugs need to exist so that they can be pillows for you. I got more shiny diamonds. The water escorted him down there. So he'll die now. You. Gross. Yeah. Guess he has to go all the way back to where he was. But at least there's death coordinates. Oh! And the male can teleport them right to where they died. EA. Totally didn't do that. A lot of savers right there. The male is great. He's a good boyfriend after all. EA. If you are single, well then look no further than the added as boyfriend add-on. Or men can get a boyfriend if they are single. Yeah. They'll be very huggable. Looks like he actually didn't lose everything. It doesn't include the bar hot. Somehow you still had everything. It has extra slots, or it makes itself drop more items for everything that they had. As if he never died now. The bug is really bad. They can clone the bug all along. Maybe they replace multiple of it. They can't, actually. Scary Screaming, luckily for that, he can stare at his man's face and he'll feel good again. Yeah. You can stare at his warm looking face. Feel nice again. You can stare at his the opposite of your cool looking face and feel good. You should do that if it was Ice King. It's a lot of cave fishes. The diamond cave. Diamond is in sight over there. Here's where the King of the Ice is. Okay, he got a cave bug. Spooky cave monster. It's right there. He almost right. Scary SFX against his man companion's eyeballs. About the eye part. He should enable the sepsis package on for their useful storage needs. It's 7. The servers had to fetch everything he owns. Red Ed has a sale now. On your wish list. So if it got the game, we have to start all over again. And that is Griff's. But of course, that game is all in a good journey. Oh, looky look, and the messages, I think it says auto translate. The messaging a foreign speaker can be translated to English. If I'm not mistaken, and closing my eyes, that competitor definitely sounds just like the 18th one. I think hard enough about that. Of course, the 15 is always really silent. Meanwhile, even the 16 is kind of loud, just like the 18. 15 is just still the outsider of all the other ones so far that there was. It's the different one. Speaking noise. Really puffy, geary looking sackets, packet. It'll feel extra snuggly on him. Especially with that pink puffy. At that point, he needs that diamond baggy. Right. He definitely needed that all along, especially for all those bugs and other collected goodies. And all the books. You know, the yeehaw baggy. Indeed. They own the head-on, they may as well use it. But that it adds new features to that game. Precise light, keeping the competitor shiny and clean. This is like a good trait you have when you're wanting to keep the competitor from getting dusty and dirty. You know, that shiny looking AMD sticker. That's clean. Yeah, with the Venus competitor, of course, I was never like that about it. You should call them coppers. I thought they were parts. There's way more. Yeah, you covered all that. So much of them. That's a lot. Some might say it's too much. There's how many slots there is. It's 6. You could store that much copper in there. If it was blocks too, they might as well do it. 3 stacks already. That's very satisfying and crunchy when you get to break them. 4 stacks now. Iran pickaxe is very good. Scary bug. It's the spirit of that scary monster thingy. There's already that much of it. You can use their burn aces to get it off. It's a sluggy, it's just sitting in some webs. Of course, the very huggable sluggy would be inside of icky, sticky webs. Maybe twice as cuddly. Cozy for the slug. That'll be one of those dreams that's for the slug. You want to have one of those dreams, perhaps, King? Because of all what'll happen. You know, my brain tried to have one of those dreams before. Yeah, he found Cage. Or keeps on being found. So I guess not happening in this place again. The AI actually pathfinded over to a wall. Evil webs. Let's see what that bug's gonna go do. So actually was no cage. Now I get it. Of course. It touched the lava and then dropped itself. Maybe if they get it, it won't ever go away. It'll basically stay as a tamed like bug. That looks like diamonds. Ah, that's trickery right there. It looks like it's diamonds, but it's not. At least if they're both searching, then they'll find more goods. Or when they meet up again. Sure would have been nice if they sat a home point. That's where they were at. It's always hard to remember to make them do that. He should get out of there now and do it. Rat-a-tat's jump scares. Ratatouille was waiting for him so he can peer at his face. And the rat-a-tat will sniff his face and its whiskers will fuzz on him. Yeah, I used to have a dream about a Douglas doing that to me. Well, it physically felt like it was really doing it. He died again. So if their man companion takes only a minute to give them full stacks worth of wood, then they might as well use the wood for building tools. Getting around. You fill up the entire packet with those. We'll start at the bottom and just put them in there. 31 diamonds. Good theory, spooky noise. Like one of them will hear a cape sound, all the other hears spooky ear noises. You know, if they need company that can go inside of his head while he also makes light. Because he's brighter than the sun, of course he'll make light. Because he's only the most circular H thing of all time. He feels light what fire feels like to the touch. Also looks cave game is a success story. Or that was. You said that with buck teeth. See, I can Ishmael will allow him to live longer in the seabed. Okay. Just change the warm. Just like hugging the mountains. He just digs up and boom, got word place. Maybe that's where they were at. Yay, is back. And it sounds like it changed even further over. With all the ore, why would they make the copper be so quantitative? They could possibly get that much of it really tiny. But it's of course because it's meant to be better than the stone. It was their place because now there's the poor town. I did need more diamonds. If it's not Huron hiding behind water, it really was diamonds. Almost the entire inventory stacks full of coppers now. Without the herb parts. It's time to follow the zebra's advice as he takes the gorilla away from the cheese and friends. A cave water. Seabed. What is that? Biome. Him in a shaft. Actually, it's a new one discovered. And not the one he already been to. If it is one the chief was in, then you have to wear pink. That'll be absolute snuggliest clothing of all time ever. Just is. He'll be cooking up his coppers for days. Spend weeks doing it too. He doesn't need pour to burn ice anymore. If he has better on those, then he can break it faster. Maybe it's the first mini shaft one is not crazy. Just yes. Running around playing with the boyfriend. Because he do that. All laughing happily, running with him for fun. It's a love story. Running at someone with what they fear, making them scream and run away from you. That's a love story right there. It sounds all like trauma. There's a video about a dude grabbing a lobster, making it move at his cooties with it when he is running away. That doesn't sound like something we would actually be enjoying in the moment that happens to us. That many of them now. Now it's time to find a way out of that cave. While actively feeling the feeling of needing to cure. It's misery. Must be so nice. Not really. Yeah, that looks like something scary, but it wasn't. It sounded like when the shark smelled the blue male fish's violence. It's like that one was doing. Let's see, do that. I thought of X's plus P's. I thought the X's part. Scary. That's not very safe. Demons. Well, it's not demons. They all look like demons. Friends. Speaking of demons, what would that sound? Like extended noise. Buildings in L42 tends to be pretty square without the square part. That's out of coppers with other parts. Doesn't even take much, and then they already have that many of them. You can build the trial chambers with that many cuboids. It can make all that.